My name is Santosh. I'm from Nepal, and it's been joy to be a part of PROPHETICA this semester. As to the PROPHETICA, it was sort of a revolution in my mind, in my paradigm, when it comes about preaching. I usually think of preaching as a pulpit task. You go onto the pulpit, open the Bible, stand there and preach, sort of expository, 1, 2, 3, blah blah, and then finish. But when I get involved in this PROPHETICA, in our homiletic class, I started thinking, oh, there are several ways to preach. The only thing we need to open up our mind and see the possibility. So in a brief, it was sort of a revolution to my thinking of preaching. It changed my paradigm and also helped me to open my mind up and see the possibility through arts and actings also. Yep, it was very blissful. Thank you, Professor, and all my friends. Even though I'm not an artistic man, I learned how to act, how to perform on the stage. It was good, really good. Thank you.
I'm Jafun Samaila, and I want to just thank God for the privilege to be in this class. I was hesitating to be part of those who will stage the PROPHETICA, but finally I joined, and it was like I was wondering whether I would be able to do it. And especially one of my very difficult moments was the day we had to practice one of the nights, and I just didn't want to do it, so I missed that one. Professor sent for me, but I was already sleeping when they came. But the next day, I was thinking Professor will kind of be annoyed and shout on me, but he just said, we miss you, and I want you to come for another practice. And I was just so relieved. That touched me. And on the very day of presentation, I realized that Professor wanted me to really show my emotion, really be in the spirit of Jeremiah. And I didn't know how to go about it. I remember I went in, I prayed, God, please help me. And well, when the presentation was on, I think God just helped me. I was able to present the Jeremiah spirit, and I really thank God. The class for homiletics was so exciting because this was the first time I take time to record myself, record about my history, record about my family, people like I want, like mentors I have, and all of this come together to help me to understand my ministry, myself, and my desire to serve God has been rekindled. So I really thank God for this class. I thank Professor for all that he has been doing for us through this semester. It was so beautiful and so nice. He has been so encouraging. Even when we made mistakes in our presentation, there is a way he takes time to just encourage us that, yeah, you are doing it well. Just look at this point and then look at that point and try to amend it. So he has never condemned anyone. So we just thank Professor for all his fatherly advices and encouragement. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, this is Nelson. I am from India. I am doing my MD third year in Acts. And now I'm going to share about my experience during the time of PROPHETICA and my class of Homiletics. The PROPHETICA, when the name we heard, it looks something different to me. First I was not very clear what is going to happen, and first I don't feel so good about the PROPHETICA. And later on, as we go on and practice, and we get a clear idea, so that made me to clear and to know how much the Prophetica is valuable to me and the impact that it has on my life and my ministry. This Prophetica is not just happened once. I feel that it has a starting. It has started in me a new thing, that which I will go back to my country or where I will preach. I may use this kind of techniques to attract the people and to preach the gospel. This Prophetica was really a spiritual experience which gave birth to our inner self, that we have got talent and we can express that to other people and let them know who Jesus is. So this Prophetica was really a great challenge for me, and I learned so much in this, and I want to really thank our professor who made us to work and arranged this for us. And during our class this semester, we learned how to preach, as I was to be a pastor in the future and I have ministry back home. This preaching was sometimes very difficult to me to express my own self, and sometimes I struggle here and there. But we got many experience in this class, how to preach, how to give a good speech, and that helped me to modulate my preaching skill and my communicating skills. So now I have a confidence that I can preach well without any kind of struggle in my preaching. So I thank Professor and for this course and my classmates for encouraging each one of us, and I give a big thank to the Lord Almighty for making us to study this MDiv, and all the glory goes to the God. Amen. Thank you.
Hello, this is Sostenes Amtaj from Pakistan. Now I'm gonna share my experience about Prophetica. This is actually our practical regarding hermeneutic class. In the beginning, we were really thinking, and we were actually in some kind of confliction that what would be happening and what would happen. I was given the character of Jesus Christ. This is a big responsibility, and I was thinking how it is possible for me to play the role of Jesus Christ. And the sense of humanity was on me, and that there was some kind of guilt consciousness, and I was really feeling burdensome, and I was thinking, oh, it's impossible for me to speak like Jesus or speak on the level of Jesus, though I'm a human being, natural person. But thank God, Professor helped us, and we worked day and night, and we tried to do our best. So the day came, and I had to be Jesus Christ. Being a servant of Jesus Christ, I spoke the Beatitudes, blessings, and it was really blessed time, and I really enjoyed, and it was a great, and I feel people were blessed. And this Prophetica had a great impression on the listeners, and I'm really thankful to Professor that he has given us this opportunity, as we were a really big class. And in this class of hermeneutics, having practical with everyone for a long sermon, it was really difficult. But God gave him wisdom, and he used it, and we were really blessed. And this is a really live experience. So this experience will help me to minister in my church, as I am a pastor in my church, and that would be really helpful. And it was really great impact on my life, and it gave me one impression that, oh, being a pastor, I have to be like Jesus Christ. And this impression remained on me for long, and even now I feel the Spirit is guiding me, leading me. So thank you, Professor. Thank you for all love and kindness, because you worked hard with us, and I really remember your day and night work upon us. God bless you. Love you.
Hello everyone. First of all, I really want to give thanks to our beloved professor for giving us this platform to express ourselves. And I want to share about my experiences in homiletics class, especially when me and Rana, we had to share the platform together. It was like very tense for a moment because I was supposed to share a stage with another friend, and we were having some problems with our voices because both of us had different genres. So that was one problem, and I was quite nervous and I could not come out of my comfort zone. But this opportunity really helped me to come out of my comfort zone, and I really want to thank the professor for being so patient with us and also for encouraging us. You know, we are such a large number and we had to do different parts, but I thank you, Professor, for giving each and every one of us the time and for counseling us through that. And what I learned through this is that I always believe that our God is a creative God. So theology is not just about, preaching on stage, but it's all about motivating people. You have business ethics, you have arts, you have so many things in theology. So I always had this thing in me that our God is a creative God. And I thank you so much, Professor, for letting us come out of our comfort zone and also to express ourselves and to be a blessing to so many people. It's indeed a wonderful opportunity, and I thank you so much, Professor. So what more I can say is that you should always be ready to take up challenges in your life, and don't be just stuck in that one thing that you know. You need to come out and you need to express yourself, and especially when it's about Jesus, there's so many creative ways to reach people. So have that fire burning in you, and I thank you, Professor, once again.
Hello everyone. For me to see the development of this project PROPHETICA was really excited. I remember the first time we were having this meeting, trying to decide how our homiletic class can have the chance to preach. As we are more than 20, it is very difficult. So by doing this dialogue, we just came up with the idea that we can perform some prophetic words preaching. And at the beginning, I can be sincere that I didn't know how is it gonna work, but after we saw the students the first time in the classroom presenting their first speech, it just came alive. It just was like so excited about what is gonna be at the end. So when I saw the performance, I was praising God because we have the chance to preach His word as the prophet did. And God's word is the same, and God's word is powerful, and God's word brings changes to life. So I believe that everyone who was listening to this performer got inspired by God's words, and above all, received the calling to come back to practice God's principle and to live according to them. So I'm very thankful for all the students who did their best in doing this performance. And I'm really thankful for Professor Daniel, who was working hard, giving more of the time that he has to because of homiletic class. But he was really positive about it, believing in ideas and believing that ideas can produce something very useful and valuable and worthy to be shown to other people. So thank you very much, Professor. May God bless you and keep on working. From my homiletics class, I learned that preaching is not only the format that we listen from all preachers every Sunday in the church, but we can preach in a different way, and for that we need to use art. God is the creative of everything, and we need to be like God, doing different things in order to bring people to Him. So I hope that after I go back to my country, I can continue putting into practice what we learned in this project. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Emil, and I would like to at first talk about my experiences at the PROPHETICA. And I played the role of Ezekiel. At first I didn't really want to do it because I was nervous, I was a little frustrated and a little bit, oh no, I don't want to stand in front of this many people. But I ended up doing it through many great practices together with Professor. When he really helped me and coached me through, I was able to really grow during this time, really become more confident in me as an actor in front of many people, not just an actor, but also taking part of that spiritual sense of standing in front of many people and being the role, not just the role of Ezekiel, but being me with that Ezekiel spirit was really powerful and something that I will never forget. Now that I look back at it, I just want to say thank you for pushing me to do this, Professor. It was a great experience. It's something that I will never forget. I will always remember this. I will always treasure it. I wrote it in my diary. I told my friends and family in Denmark. So thank you for that time, Professor. It was a great time. Now I would like to talk a little bit about my semester studying in your homiletics class. I want to say thank you, Professor, for giving us a chance to preach in front of the class. We have preached 4 times, which has been great. It has been interesting. I have learned a lot. I just want to say thank you for that. I know it has not been easy to put it all together, but I just want to say thank you for that. It has also been good with some of the teaching. Despite the fact that we did not have a lot of time with some of the things, to talk more in depth about it, I just want to say thank you for preparing that teaching. Thank you especially for the exegetical teaching that I've really been able to learn from, and now that I'm applying it in my own ministry at the international school, I really can see the fruit of what you have been teaching me and helping me to understand. So thank you for that, Professor. I want to say thank you for your energy, your passion. I have become much more free, more natural as I'm standing in stage in front of people. So I just want to say thank you for that.
Hello, my name is Rachel. I took this hermeneutics class this semester. I was interested in this class. We experienced new method of preaching. It was very it was very fresh for me. I felt when I prepared this prophetical sermon. I felt and I experienced the spirit of Kingdom of God. Sometimes we don't have confidence. Can we do well? Because we made some mistakes and we had difficulties. So only we can do was encouraging each other and praying to God for His glory, and we made it. I'm very thankful to God and to the professor gave this good opportunity, and this class was so impressive for me. I learned many things, and I got some possibility of new method of preaching. I think we need as ministers of new age and changing age. We need creativity in our ministry. So it was so good class for me. Thank you.
It's a great joy for me to have been a part of this program of the homiletic class led by our professor Daniel Kim. It all started with an idea that was birthed of role-playing the prophets of old and being able to dramatize it. I was very excited because I could easily identify with Prophet Elijah's own spirit. And in fact, when this project was being apportioned to us to carry out our projects and our scripts, I could sense my spirit and that of Elijah moving together. And so when it came to time of performance, we were able to do our best. I realized that I could identify with Elijah's spirit in the way he functioned. This project really encouraged all of us in class, and especially those who have never taken part in such kind of presentations. As far as homiletics is concerned, one as a seasoned preacher, for me it was a moment of refreshing. by reason of all that we had studied in class, we were able to see ourselves putting our materials together and practicalizing it in preaching, both in class and then finally practicalizing it on the stage. The Word of God was brought alive on the stage as the students were enrolled in the preaching, were able to perform the various roles of the various prophets in the Old Testament and the apostles in the New Testament. It was really an enriching time. Personally, my life was touched and my spiritual life was also there was an increase in terms of my spiritual life. Okay. I want to thank Dr. Kim for this wonderful project, and I pray that he continues to keep on with this spirit. One thing I must say is that I could see with my own eyes that many students who have never had such an experience of standing in public were helped by reading of this program, and they were able to summon courage based upon the encouragement given to us by a professor, and were able to do their very best, for which the whole school was very happy. May Doctor continue with such subsequent programs in the future. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Sarala Simkara. I am from Nepal. I am doing MDiv and this is my final year. I am taking Homiletics class this semester, and it was a really good opportunity for me to learn how to preach in systematic way. We had a simple and our own way to preaching, but through this class I have learned so many system to preach in new way, and thank you so much, Professor, for giving this opportunity. And I have even learned from my friends through their preaching, and I was not a participant or like performer for our PROPHETICA, the drama, but I was back supporter, I can say, and I was praying for my friends, and I was helping with professor and other friend from back, and I quite regret because I couldn't participate and preach in the stage, but I'm sure that I have learned so many things, and I have courage to come out. And before I thought that I cannot do, and that's why I feel nervous, that's why I don't want to participate, but after looking through my friends, their good result, and I got courage to come out, and I found this PROPHETICA is a really good way to preach and to share the gospel through the many unknown people, because this new generation, they want new thing, and they like different kinds of things. So it will be good and useful for impress people and evangelize. I hope so, and thank you for giving us this opportunity, and thank you, Professor, for allowing this drama in our semester, and we have learned so much, and I hope that in our future we'll apply and we'll be blessed and will be the channel of blessing like this stuff. Thank you so much.
My name's Alex Nasongo Ugu. I come from Kenya. I'm very happy to give testimony touching the PROPHETICA drama we did, and also the homiletic class we have had this semester. Actually, when I was given to play the role of Moses, it was such a tall order to me. There were so many challenges along the way, especially coming up with appropriate script, memorizing it, and also finding time to practice. I never knew that it will come out so nicely as it did. But actually, along the way, there was one person who stood by us and encouraged us. That's Professor Daniel Kim. He encouraged us all along, and it was through his encouragement and determination and passion that we were able to come out with such a sterling performance. The other thing that I want to thank God for is the homiletic class this semester. I understand it made a tremendous step ahead through the preachings that we were doing. It was also a challenge because I was able to prepare short, targeted messages and present them before our class. Actually, this homiletic class has improved my performance, even in preaching. Above all, we should give God the glory, because it is God who made us to will and to do what we were able to do.
Hello, I'm Rona. I'm from Myanmar. So this is my final year MDiv programs. So I was enjoying a lot, and still now I'm enjoying studying in here in X, especially studying in homiletic class, with studying in prophetical preachings and doing a drama, and even in preaching in class practically. So we all students are enjoying, especially for final student, with our Professor Daniel Kim. So we praise our professor because of his work hard. He works hard a lot for us and the student. He trained hard a lot, and because of his work hard, now we know, we become familiar how to preach and the word of God, and how to make a drama, and how to preach the prophetic preachings, and even in practically. So we learn many things, a lot of things from him. So that's why, because of this, for myself also, I learned how to preach, how to make a body movement like a hand gesture, and how to make a sermon, and how to make a drama from the prophetic and the Bible, something like that. A lot of things he taught us and we learn. That's why, because of this homiletic class, for myself, I became familiar how to prepare, how to preach the word of God. That's why we praise our professor. We love him so much, and we pray for him. God bless him abundantly. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Hello, I'm Susila. I'm from Nepal, and this is my third year, MD third year. I'm studying here as a homiletic class, so I'm really grateful and thankful to our professor Daniel Kim, who teach us this class. Actually, I have been preaching and sharing the gospel in many ways and many times, but I don't know how to preach and how to teach. But when I take this class, and I have many things I have been learned from this class, how to preach and how to preach the very creative way I have been learned, and then I am very influenced by my friends, those who are perform their PROPHETICA, and then I was also part of that. I helped them and from the behind, and through their participation, through their performance, I'm really blessed, and I have learned so many things. And then this is a challenge for me, because I am going to Nepal, and then I am going to the field, and I have to teach the people, I have to preach the people, but I don't know how to preach. But when I take this class, I have learned, and then I get a chance to learn this, and then I have go there, and then I have to preach this new way and then creative way, because this generation they are very creative, and they are looking for the new things. So this is a great lesson for me to go and to share the gospel and to preach the message in creative way. Thank you, Professor, for your grace and your mercy, and thank you for your great this lesson which we have learning, and then which we are influenced. Thank you so much for this class, for this opportunity to have given to us. Thank you.
First of all, I would like to say thank you to you for giving us such a great opportunity to
to the PROPHETICA drama. I really enjoy and as my role play, I have to be like Paul, but I'm not Paul. It was very difficult for me, and I was struggling a lot to try to. In the beginning, I tried to be like Paul, but later on, you told me that I'm not Paul, but I have to be myself. But in Paul's style, that's very much better, and the thing that's also very difficult is to memorize all the script. It's quite long, but later on, all of us we did it. So, and for the PROPHETICA drama, I think it's really good that we have this, what you call, this kind of preach in our school, and I think the musical drama, I think people they enjoy about that also, and for our class, Homiletics class, for me, I think I learned a lot from this class, how to preach, and it was my first time to preach in front of people, how to preach properly, how to preach like formally. So this is my first time, and I learned a lot, and I try to also improve myself to be a good communicator, or how to be a good preacher more and more in the future. So I would like to say thank you very much.
I really want to say thank you for this class, though it's not easy for me to leave this semester, but I really learned a lot. First thing about our performance, like before the performance, we have lots of practice. I really learned that practice makes perfect. If you have a well prepared for the performance, it will drive out your fear and also give you more confidence when you give the performance in the stage. Though it's very harsh and make us very tired, but still we really appreciate that your effort and you accompany us and train us. Besides, I learned another very big lesson. In our life, there are many challenges. Maybe you can face it or you can just escape it. But only when you face it and try to challenge yourself, though you will feel anxious, you feel like lots of depression and fear comes. But after that, I really found I get a lot of improvement and learn how to show myself out. Another thing is I learned from this class, don't focus too much about others' opinions. If you focus on people's opinions, it's easy to get nervous, and you are just thinking how people see you, how people think about you. Then you cannot fully show yourself. Yeah, that's what I learned. And really, this class challenged me, trained me, and also teach me a lot. Thank you so much.
My name is Moester. I'm from Myanmar. This is my final years of MD program. First of all, I'm very thankful to learn to take your subjects, Homiletics class, and then actually I'm so nervous to preaching in front of people. Actually, even I never have been preaching on my own language also, but I learned so many things through my friends, especially when they perform PROPHETICA performance. I was so excited, and then I'm so happy, and I'm so thankful God that kind of opportunity that we can make through of you, and then when I back to my countries, I really need the kind of preachings. Even I'm very witness in this situation, but now I'm praying, and the grace of God, I believe that I will be able more and more, better and better, comparing like before, with before. Yes, I'm so glad to be with you, Professor. Thank you.
I'm glad to say something about the PROPHETICA which we did recently. In fact, it was such a great moment, a great time, and I cherish every moment we spent trying to learn and trying to put things into shape. Even though it was difficult, but through the able assistance of the Professor Daniel Kim, we were able to do it. And indeed, he actually showed himself to be a great director. I think so. He did so much to help us to put things in shape. And I have learned so much in the class, the homiletics, preaching, trying to make preaching lively and relevant. My role in the PROPHETICA was about Isaiah and Amos. So I had the task of declaring the salvation and judgment, and at the same time giving hope to God's people. And in fact, that gave me a clear idea about the prophets, their role, and the need to walk in their footsteps and share their message to our people. You see, their message continues to be relevant today. And in fact, I like the class, and I'm happy. I think with this, I've got enough idea. Actually, I like drama, and this will help me more to teach the congregation and students in the church through dramatizing, to help them to understand the message better, not only through preaching with words, but putting them into actions to make it more relevant and easy for them to remember. I thank God for the life of Professor. Thank you for his passion and his desire to always encourage us to be on stage and to perform for the glory of God. I ask God to continue to bless him and use him for greater things. Amen.
My name is Sanga. I'm from Myanmar. I'm a pastor. I have family. I have 3 daughters. This is my MD final year. I'm very glad taking this class of homiletics. Actually, it is a very practical class. Our professor he's very professional in art, and even he's good at preaching, and his kind of performance is very perfect. It's a very good professor. Actually, this class, homiletics, yeah, it is very practical. I also have preached even 4 times already in the class. That make me improve a lot my platform experience and preaching experience. Especially what I like in this class is mostly focusing on evangelism, sharing the word of God, how to explore the gospel. It's not kind of normal speaking, it's a kind of making some, taking some words and then at the last, his intention is at the last to explore the gospel to the people. It is very nice and very powerful that I got from the class from our professor, and actually it was very touched about the PROPHETICA performance. It was 2 weeks ago in the main chapel. Very nice. Our brothers and sisters, they perform very well. It's a very appreciate that we have those brothers and sisters in this class. It's a very perfect and professional performance in that class and that performance. And one thing I want to mention about that I learned from the class again is our professor is very committed for the class and is very enthusiastic about the homiletic, how to preach. He is giving us suggestion in every preaching when we preach in the class. So he gave us more information to make our message to be perfect. This is I am very glad to our professor that his intention, his desire, he wants us to be a very energetic preacher in our future ministry. Thank you. God bless you.
Hello, my name is Hyungman. My friends call me Paul, and this time we have a new experience about the homiletics. I think this experience, unfortunately, I could not involve this member, one of the member, but I think it was a good time for us to experience more, having more confidence to speak to the others of some message to people in the chapel. Then and I want a little bit comment about this issue and this chapel, the performance here. Then if there is some audience, I know there is a audio system for full audio system in our chapel. Then I was sitting on the back side. Then I couldn't hear their voice clearly. So maybe next time, if they have a chance to do this again, maybe different theme. But I strongly recommend we need more, little bit more about music, background music, and something the spotlight, and we need a little bit more about the costumes. We have to consider about the costume a little bit more. Then it's more about perfect to make our performance here, and that's my recommend. And our homiletics class, I pretty much learn about our during our sermon about 7 speech or 10 speech, making video clip, and which was very interesting and make more personally and individually make more confidence to speak other people. So, but we need a little bit more time. I think this is short time, but we need a little bit more practicing time, or gather together, grouping together, and share our ideas. Then we can get more ideas to make a sermon together. So it was a good time for me. Thank you.
My name is James Meshach Mgenda. I'm from Tanzania. I'm a student in this university. I have been with my professor, beloved Dr. Daniel Kim, and I enjoyed his class in this semester. The class was good, even if we were so many. But the way Professor he introduced us to preach, it was so fantastic. I like this way. In this semester, especially in this class, I was interesting because I learned how to preach in a new way. I can preach by using my body. So this was so good for me. So I like this way. And thanks for Professor Daniel because he introduced this to me. Before that, I did not know this. But in reality, this is very good. I experienced it. So at that time, I was moved by the way I performed. Even if at that time, there were so many people, and sometimes I was nervous, but I like the way I learned and I practiced and I did it. So I think this is a good way of preaching. Before that, I thought preaching is just standing in the pulpit and preach direct to the church members. But now I have learned to preach with gestures, with using my body and all of this. So I think this is good. I like this. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Joseph Sakwe. I'm so happy to be here. This semester has been quite a good and an experience semester for me, especially with the course Homiletics. I really want to thank God for using Professor Daniel Kim mightily for bringing out this exposition of the drama, and it was really a great challenge for me. I've never done that. I've never done that before. Yeah, sometimes I work in theater, do the drama, many aspects, but bringing out the message in the drama and singing kind of stuff like that was really the first time that I did. I'm really grateful to get the experience, and I know that I'm taking along with a great package in me, to bless others too, to make sure that what I learned from this aspect of PROPHETICA, I will have to make it work wherever I'll be. I'll be able to thank God for equipping me this semester for this aspect of the course. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Amen. Yeah, now I just want to sing a kind of short song, which related to that. Why don't you rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham? Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Why don't you rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham? Oh, rock my soul. I will not be a sinner. Oh, I tell you the reason why. So I'm afraid, my Lord may call me, praise God. Then I want to be ready to go. Yeah, ready, want to rock my soul in there. Thank you so much.